What it do, Crispy Crew? That was a really weird intro. That was weird way to start the video. But I just wanna first I wanna ask, how's everybody doing today? I know I can't hear y'all probably at all, but I just wanted to say thank you for watching another video of mine. And yeah, let's get right into it. Now you probably clicked on the title of this video already knowing what I was going to talk about. I was going to talk about the divide between men and women in America. I can't speak for other countries, so I don't live in other countries. But at least for America, and I could probably say Canada or mostly English-speaking countries, there has been this weird divide between men and women. Now, why do I say this? This man, what the fuck? Oh, no, I'm about to cut that out. But no, genuinely, the reason why I say this is because there was a certain point in time, at least in history, at least modern history, like I would say past 30 years, where even for all races didn't matter. Like there was a general inclusion with everybody. Like everybody wasn't fighting over dumb shit like who was splitting 50-50 on the bills or any dumb shit like that, right? It was generally just a somewhat peaceful time in between the male and the female genders. But then I would say somewhere around 2019, at least on the internet, there's been a big rise of just generally people just talking shit to one another simply because of the fact of their gender, if that makes sense. And I know that I'm really very paraphrasing this, but that's generally what I've been seeing. Niggas will be fighting over the dumbest shit on the planet. My bad about that. Anywho, yeah, I don't know why my AirPods is really messing up because I guess both devices were connected to iCloud, so it automatically connected to my AirPods, and that was really messing up the audio, I guess. So, sorry. Anywho, what I was talking about beforehand before I left off. Oh yeah, just the general divide between men and women in America. My Arizona turned into a slushie. But no, genuinely, I generally find it weird because on one end you would think that, we need each other, but then there became this whole wave of DTP, or not DTP, but DTB, or don't trust bitches. That's a huge thing right now. Same thing with the women who are I forgot what they said. I think it's just FNF, fuck nigga free or something like that. There's been so many terms flying around for both spaces to basically not trust one another, which I find very, very weird. Considering the fact that, we basically need each other in order to keep the human race going. And you can say, oh, what about the trans community? They're still part of this too. I don't see, because someone actually asked me that one time. I was bringing up the subject to somebody, and they're like, how does the trans community play into this? What it isn't relevant at all. But I was just like, they're just like the rest of us, nigga. It does not matter. They still have the DTB or the DTN. Don't trust nigga. I don't know. I really don't know what niggas be saying. All I know is that it's kind of corny. I will say that. That's what I definitely do want to say. It is definitely very, very corny because we don't even gain anything from doing all this, right? There's genuinely no gain from doing any of that BS because you could say that, I generally can't think of one singular benefit you would have from trying to split the women and women. Because at first I thought it was just a black community thing. Because for whatever reason, I started looking at a bunch of podcasts and they constantly talk about dating, relationship advice, and and these alpha male podcasts and until I started to realize that's not just a black people thing. That's everybody, bro. Because there's this one podcast, I forgot what it was called, but there was this really viral clip that happened. And they were talking about, if you were in an abusive relationship, you have to endure it. I don't need to go any further on how that's a very stupid take. But still, the fact that these type of podcasts exist is, I think, kind of helping divide the community even more. Because even though majority of people are going to be like, that nigga is fucking dumb. Excuse me. The people who actually fall for that bait that they're actually going for, like the people who are actually like I can't speak. The people who are actually subscribing to those ideas, it's not exactly going to be a good look going forward. Because even on the side of things where you're looking at just like general dating advice, there's so many podcasts out where now it's starting to create unmeaningful discussion that's not going to matter, because half the discussion that happens applies for people who actually make good money. Not everybody's a business owner who owns 3 lines of clothing and 1 nail shop. It's just not feasible. It's not happening. Not everybody is a $100,000 a year type of guy. You know, do you understand what I'm trying to get at here? Like, it just doesn't make sense. But I would say the cause of this would have to be, or at least I think it's probably been there since 2018, but nobody really talked about it. I think 2020, once the pandemic started, that was kind of one of the after effects. Because according to the CDC, the pandemic is supposedly over. So if that's really the case, niggas are just doing this just because. And it's really, really dumb. That's something I don't understand. But I will say this, though. When it comes to the whole meaningful discussions about, like, you know, holding each other accountable and things of that nature, I would say that those are discussions that need to be had. Shout out to my homie Malik. I don't know, I'm just gonna put his IG on screen or something, I don't know. But like generally I feel like he helped me not realize this, but like he had a fantastic point, because when I was talking to him one day, I guess he was talking about how black women aren't held accountable for the homophobia in the black community, while black men is held accountable to like a very high standard, if that makes sense, right? Which I would say is generally true. We are held accountable way more than the average black woman when it comes to this type of topic. Homophobia in the black community is a huge thing, and black women have a very underhanded tactic at getting around it. That is something that was basically like the general point of what he was making, right? Which I think, hey, good point. Elaborate. We had a conversation. I forgot what he said. I'm not getting the receipts. That's illegal. But stay hydrated, fellas. But like something I realized about that is that there are meaningful conversations that can be had that might be not disrupting, but splitting the community apart just a little bit. But it'll be rebuilt back later once we actually finally get to a general consensus. Because like something I realized, bro, is that like when you go on Twitter and you see a random clip of a podcast, bro, your immediate thought should be to mute it and scroll off. Or even if it's on Instagram or TikTok. But generally, I would say that it's very, not hard to do it, but it is generally, like, I don't even know what I'm trying to get at here. Like, it's, overall, I would say it's very dumb. The whole divide between men and women is very dumb. It's very pointless. It doesn't matter. So why is it still happening, and how can we solve it? Why is it still happening? Because niggas are stubborn. Same thing with women. Both of these groups are very stubborn. Men and women are very stubborn. So we're not going to get anywhere until somebody just fesses up, or until both parties takes accountability for the problems that even started it in the first place. How is it going to be solved? Well, just that. People just need to start taking accountability. And I'm not going to lie. Sometimes a lot of you niggas just need to get jobs. Or at least not even just jobs. Just get hobbies, bro. Find something to do that's not scrolling on TikTok, Twitter, or Instagram. Or Snapchat. Because some people still use that heavily as well. Like, there's no reason for you to be using all of these platforms the way that you're doing. I say that the one solution to all this meaningless discourse is to go outside and find hobbies. Yeah, that being said, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. And, yeah. Catch you on the next one.